Hey everyone, welcome to week 1 of fantasy football. Before I get into this week's matchups, I just want to tell you how the league is going to work because there's 16 teams. So I took 4 teams and I put them in a division. Tried to put you in divisions of people that you would see. So like those of us who work at the church, I put us together. Those of you who are related, I put you together. So you play your own division twice. So everyone in there, you'll play twice. Then there's another division that your whole division plays one time. And then 3 games after that are random, but all from the same division. So your schedules are very similar. How the playoffs will work is we'll have a winner of each division will go in. Then the 4 next best records go in, is my understanding. So we'll have 8 teams of the 16 of us that'll make the playoffs. So I hope that made sense. I thought that was probably the best way to do it. It brought some more fun to your division, made it a little bit more like football, so that's what I did. So if you haven't been in my league that I've ran before, this is kind of what we do. I throw out the games, and I just say, this is what I think is going to win. Okay? And I do it pretty quickly, and I do it on the spot. So just by looking, as a look at my game versus Adam, I'm definitely going to win. With Brady and Hunt, I think both of them have really good games, and I believe that Andy Dalton is going to stink for Adam, so he's not getting enough QB points to beat me. Next, we have, in that same division, we have Joel versus Shane, and I'm going to go ahead and give my nod here to Joel. I'm a Jimmy Garoppolo believer, and I don't think Andrew Luck is healthy yet, and I also think that Gronk is going to get some TDs there as well. Next, into the new division, we have Andrew versus Brock, and in this one, I really like what I'm going to see out of Brock. I like that he has Gurley, and I like that he has Hill. I think those might be 2 of the best players that anyone could have on their team since our leagues are so big. So good job, Brock. Next, we have Liam Coy versus Brian Coy, other members of that same division. And on this one, I'm going to go ahead and give my nod to... it's a close one. I'm going to give it to Liam. Here's the reason. I really like Cameron Meredith as a sleeper wide receiver. And I think Hopkins and Watson did really great last year, and I think that'll continue. Next, we have Eric versus Chris, another new division. And in this one, there are way too many Browns on Eric's team to play in what is supposed to be a monsoon. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Chris, but I also like Kamara and Breeze, and I think as long as Norland plays well, Chris will play well, and Baldwin's going to go ahead and get him a good amount of points as well. Next is Chris Parker versus Seth Scott. And in this matchup, I'm going to go ahead and, unfortunately, Matt Ryan did not do well, but Julio Jones did do well for Chris, so that kind of balances out. But I'm going to go ahead and go with him because I do think he's going to get points out of his running backs, and I think he'll still get a good game out of the Jimmy Graham in Green Bay. I'm enticed by that, and I don't think Roethlisberger's going to be able to throw much again in the monsoon in Cleveland, and I don't believe in your running backs yet. They're a little bit unpredictable, especially since you lost yours already to injury. And in the Moomy division, we got Lincoln versus Ryan, and in this one, I do like what I think we're going to see out of Carlos Hyde, especially in that monsoon. I think he'll be able to run the ball a lot. And I think Cousins is underrated, and I think he's going to do well. So I'm going to go ahead with son beating dad, and it's because I'm not a huge Mariota fan. I don't know what Henry's going to be like as number 1. And I'm interested to see if the Giants really are good or if they're going to stink just like they did last year. So that could affect Beckham. And last but not least, in that same division, we have Mike versus Fred. And in this one, I'm going to go ahead and give the nod to Mike. And here's the reason, is because I think Deshaun Watson is good. McCaffrey is the number 1. I'm excited to see Michael Thomas again this year. And I really think Allen Robinson is going to play well in Chicago. I do like Fred's team. I think this is just a matchup that doesn't bode well for him because I also really like Mike's team. But it should be a close one. That's it. I hope you guys have a good week, and I will see you later.